How's it going, guys? You're watching Wake Up and Live. This video covers a few trips. Not too much footage, but I just wanted to show like what we kind of deal with. We do have a lot of trips where we don't get anything, and actually a lot of times we don't see anything. But anyways, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already, and stay tuned. Okay, so this is from the first camping trip. Me and my friends went camping for 2 nights. I didn't film too much, and the water was a little rough. It did get nice on one day, so this is the dive from that one, but we didn't see any fish. And luckily I got this taco right before I jumped out. I saw it from the surface, and you know, just do the usual, tickle it out, try to get a hold of its head. And yeah, it ended up being almost 9-pound taco. I think it was 8.9 pounds. So it was a nice consolation prize for the dive. So we did fish, and the top big umilu my friend caught, and the umilu and 2 ukus I ended up catching. So it was a decent trip overall. Okay, so this is the next trip. I decided to just head out one evening just so I can get an early start the next morning without having to wake up super early. I'm sure a lot of you guys know how that goes. So I just did a quick setup of camp, pop-up tent, cot, put together a quick little fire pit. And who doesn't love a good campfire? Especially when you're by yourself. It's super relaxing and just eases the nerves, right? Okay, so I swam out to blue water, started throwing palu, and right away these 2 sharks showed up. And I was just thinking like, oh, even if I did get a shot at a fish, they're probably gonna end up trying to tax it from me. So I was a little discouraged already, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll poke it away and they'll kind of stay away. So that's what I did here. And boy, was I wrong. They ended up coming back up with 3 sharks now. So I decided to poke it away again, hoping, okay, now they'll be gone. And now 5 sharks showed up. And 5 sharks when you're solo, yeah, it's a lot to deal with. So at this point I just started dumping my palu real quick, and I figured no sense stay outside, so yeah, I'm gonna just head into the reef and do some 3-pronging. So right here, just looking for coles and pachis. That's usually what I go for. If anyone else eats coles a different way besides deep frying them, drop a comment, let me know. Also, what is your guys' favorite deep fried fish? I think mine would have to be a veil or a hole hole. But yeah, drop a comment, let me know. Okay, so here I saw these small umilus, and I was thinking that I haven't had a pan-fried umilu or papio in a really long time. So I was really debating on taking one of them. As you can see, I'm just constantly lining up. Wasn't fully committing to it just because old habits. I have a hard time shooting smaller fish but I'll for sure have to take one of these days. Pan fried, it's hard to beat. So anyway, yeah, just back to the 3-pronging, getting some more coles and pachis. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I actually ended up shooting a few broomfish on this dive. As I said in one of my older videos, they're actually really good eating. Just a clean white meat. I'll call it poor man's mahi mahi, since you know I couldn't get one out in the blue. Okay, so this is right before jumping out. I spotted a lobster from the surface, and I could see right away that it was a male. So yeah, I took a drop on it. Wasn't quite quick enough, and it got away under this rock. So I'm gonna surface, go back down, and I figured that I'll have to really reach underneath the rock, which is why the footage is super high and you can't see nothing. I have both my arms all the way underneath the rock trying to get a hold of it. Right there it gets out, and luckily it didn't go into too deep of a hole, so I managed to get a hold of it. And yeah, got a lobster. And I think this was right before season ended. Okay, so since I only had one lobster, I was trying to think the best way to stretch it out. And I make fried rice a lot, so I figured make some bacon lobster fried rice. So right here I chopped up the bacon. Gonna cook it up real quick. After I cooked for a little bit, threw in some diced onions. Throw in all the chopped up lobster meat. After that finished cooking, took it out of the pot and make some eggs real quick. Now I can throw all of that back inside. I'm gonna add oyster sauce. This chili garlic sauce. Of course, shoyu. Garlic salt, and some black pepper. Super simple. now time to add the rice. Mix it around, and yeah, that's pretty much it. After this, you can just season to taste if it needs a little more of anything else. Right here is lemon pachis and coles that I 3-pronged. Okay, so this is the next camping trip. Headed out early one morning just to do an overnighter. So eventually these 2 Onos show up, so I throw my flasher. It didn't seem too interested, but one of them is gonna turn back around right there. I'm trying to intercept it. But he's kind of holding his distance a little bit. So I figure I'll surface and try and throw the flasher again. And right there, it got its attention. Started coming in for the flasher. I probably should have threw the flasher a little farther, so I could have intercepted it a little better instead of kind of just coming straight into the Ono. But you know how that goes. Just so later on during the drift, see another Ono, throw my flasher. Trying to give it you know, those spirit fingers, a squid hand. Just trying to approach it really slowly, closing the distance. And I figured it was a real far shot, so I aimed high, and unfortunately it shot high. So yeah, I shot right over his back. But yeah, that was pretty much it for that dive. So this is the next morning. First thing in the morning, Ono comes in, throw my flasher, super curious, comes right up. Take the shot, and I know it didn't penetrate that deep, so I'm just gonna kind of let it run and play off. They're gonna clip my gun to my float. And then heartbreak happens. Yeah, the shaft ended up pulling out and the Ono got away. Well, that's what happens when you use a reef gun in blue water. You don't have the range and penetration you need unless the fish is really close. Fortunately, I did build a blue water gun after this, which you'll see in a future video. But yeah, after that, the shark showed up. So yeah, got over it, done my palu, and that was it for the dive. But anyway, that covers this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know there wasn't much diving and fish, but this is kind of what we just go through. We have a lot of dives where we don't see nothing, or just misfortune happens. But yeah, I still have a lot more videos to drop. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, dive safe. Aloha, guys.